You know, um, with the way Obi Wan is going, I'm I'm starting to become just slightly worried about the Cassian show that's coming in August. Um, because I feel like Obi Wan doesn't really know what it's doing. I feel like this wasn't really well thought out, and they were just like, "But it's Obi Wan. People will watch it," and it's like, "All right, but is it good? Does it make sense? Are we contributing to the story?" It was like with Solo, it's all right. It's fun and it's entertaining, but it didn't evolve. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't really contribute a lot at the end of the day. And this one is kind of getting worse. Boba Fett got better as it went on, and Obi-Wan's kind of just getting worse. Um, so so yeah, what do we got in this episode? First of all, the audio description continues to be amazing. I still love it. It's the show that's frustrating me now at this point. You know, Vader and Reva McEntire have closed in on Obi-Wan and the rest of the Jedi and Leia because the Leia's little droid is wired with as a spy, and it goes off and does its own thing. And Leia doesn't even know that she accidentally brought her favorite thing along with her that is now being used against them. And so, you know, Obi-Wan's got ideas of how to try to save the other Jedi and prolong the process because they're going to lose to the Empire if they fight them straight on. So he just kind of offers himself up a little bit. And the episode just kind of moves sadly through a bunch of random plot points that I didn't think really worked. The first one being when they needed they needed somebody small, and Leia was like, "I can do it," and Leia went up to do something, and the other guy's like, I don't know," and he's like, "If she says she can do it, I trust her." And I was like, there is nothing that this child has done in the last 4 episodes that would make me believe that she is capable of the kind of thought to be able to make complex decisions, to send her on a way to where she can think. She's 10. Okay? Like, I know she grows up to be Princess Leia, like the Carrie Fisher version, who's badass, but right now, I do not have enough faith in this girl to just blind trust her and be like, she's got this. You know? But Obi-Wan's just, she's got this. And I don't know if it was because of lack of options and he was just trying to be like motivational towards her to like get to, you know, because you don't want to tell somebody they can't do it, but then let them do it anyway. Like, well, we don't have anybody else who can do it. I don't want to tell her she's gonna fuck it up. So I guess I gotta be supportive. I believe in you. I believe in you. But I don't really, but I'm gonna tell you that. I don't know if that's what it was, but it seemed really genuine and it felt kind of out of place because I was like, I mean, she's literally been kidnapped twice throughout the course of the series. So, and we're in episode 5. So she's been kidnapped twice before episode 5 started. So of the 4 episodes we've seen, in 2 of them, she's been kidnapped. I don't know. I don't think she doesn't have a really successful track record of, you know, achieving goals. And then he goes to the door and he like talks to Reva through the door, and he like, this is when we learn Reva McEntire's backstory. And I guess she was one of the Jedi children that Anakin slaughtered, but she lived. And I was sort of confused as to, like, does she not know Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker? because it seems like she's on her own journey to find Anakin Skywalker and kill Anakin. So I'm guessing she doesn't know that is who the person, her boss is the person she wants to kill, because she's been trying to like earn his trust this whole time. Maybe she does. I couldn't really read her. She's such a hard character to read because I feel like she's on the cusp of becoming a good guy at any point. Like, they keep trying to write Reva as being like we want to turn her good. We want to make her a good guy. We want to be able to give her a redemption story at some point. We want to be able to be like, blow your mind and be like, oh, look, Reva's on the good guy team now. So they keep her like on this weird balance, and it's so hard to read her sometimes. It's like what her character choice is, but I just don't think she knew. And then Obi Wan was just kind of like telling her and just trying to convince her to not do her thing, but she's gonna do her thing. She wants to be the Grand Inquisitor and kill Obi Wan. And meanwhile, the other helpful assistant, rest in peace, blows herself up to help save lives and distract others, unfortunately. So we lost a good character this time around. And then we kind of end with Obi-Wan giving himself up to distract from and let everybody else escape, while Reva goes to fight Vader. And, of course, I mean, when I saw that was happening, I was like, oh God, are they killing Reva in episode 5? Because obviously we can't kill Darth Vader, because he was in episodes 4, 5, and 6. So this is the most anticlimactic battle ever. This is like the battle where if that was all I talked about, I told you how it ended, and somebody got on here and was like, spoilers! I'd be like, did you think Reva was going to kill Vader? Like, have you not seen Star Wars? Like, I don't understand what the character you've never heard of until Obi-Wan going up, the character whose, like, legacy and has become one of the most recognizable villains of all time from the film we're about to lead into. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the famous dude versus the character who was created for Obi-Wan. But I still would have liked to see Reva survive. I guess, like, technically we didn't get the kind of narration that was like her lifeless body bleeds out on the floor. But she seemed mortally injured. I suppose. I mean, we saw Rey do some interesting shit in The Rise of Skywalker by healing people with her mind. So, with the Force, maybe Obi-Wan can do that, and he just hadn't gotten around to it in episode 4, the only episode that he was alive in after this, because he doesn't heal anybody in 1 through 3, right? So maybe he saved Reva, and this was like the one time. Maybe it's really hard to use that Force power. I don't know. But I feel like she's probably dead, but we'll find out for sure in the final episode, which I feel like is just leading towards a Obi-Wan Vader final conflict. Although we flashed over to Luke Skywalker, who I don't know why. Because, I mean, when we see Luke in A New Hope, he clearly seems to have no clue of anything that's going on. So I don't know what kind of usefulness he's going to be, because, I mean, he knows Ben Kenobi exists, but he has no idea about, like, Vader or anything like that. He's just like, what? You know? So, and he has no Jedi training, so what do they plan on using Luke for in episode 6? This show is so weird, and I feel like it could have been so good, but it's just kind of been a jumbled mess. And we got that flashback. We got flashback scenes. We gave Hayden Christensen, like, FaceTime in this, which I never need. I don't ever need Hayden Christensen. just ever in my life. That's just personally me. I know some fans are probably like, oh my God, Hayden Christensen. It's like, there's no way he looks the same now as he did when he was in, Attack of the Clones 20 years ago. He must look older. So, luckily it was very minimal. He has very little dialogue. He needs to speak as little as humanly possible. I still love that James Earl Jones is doing the Vader voice. That's like probably my favorite thing of the Obi Wan series at this point. But this is kind of trending down. Whereas I felt like Boba Fett got better as it worked towards the end. Of course, that came because the Mandalorian was added like halfway through. So I'm sure if the Mandalorian just swung into episode 6 of Obi-Wan, I'd be like, whoa, we got life, just all of a sudden. I don't think it's going to happen because it doesn't fit the timeline, but that would be cool. Anyway, I'm going to give Obi-Wan episode 5 a B. It's the lowest grade I've given this series so far. It's trending downward for me. Oh, let's see how it finishes next week. I would like to say I have high hopes, but I don't. So I'll instead say I remain optimistic. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and visit my website, macthemovieguy.com. You can go to the audio description project to see what has audio description and where it's at, and the ADNA, adna.org. The is also in the website title, in case that wasn't clear. So technically the website title is theadna.org. There you go. And you can find out who narrates what. And yeah, there you go. Until next week, the final episode of Obi-Wan. Can't wait. And then Cassian, his Endor series comes out in August. So we're not that far away from another Star Wars series. So don't be too sad. They're pumping them out now. I just need more Mandalorian.